there is a planet beneath it. Beneath that fiery appearance, there is a thriving planet, a civilized population upon the surface of the sun, or actually in the center of the sun, because it is a planet. And but in the planet of the sun, Helios, there is a population living there, and they are called the Shining Ones, and they are of the 12th dimension. Not that means anything, but that's what that is the dimension they are in. And the reason they have what is called the appearance of a fiery surface or fiery existence is because it deters people from going there, except for those that know that the planet is there. Your probes and things of this nature that have visited the sun and sent back what is called data pertaining to the so-called fiery surface, have sent back what is called about the creation of the earth, creation of man, as they are so termed, as far as a heat. And of course, that is purposely transmitted to the probes to keep what is called lower dimensional beings to visit the planet. And that is why they have the appearance of a fiery ball and solar flares and things of this nature. Now understand, solar flares are not harmful as far as the illusion of the fiery surface of the sun. Now, the sun is, in actuality, the light from it is cold fusion. It is not radioactive. So you do not get cancer from the sun. You do not get skin cancer from the sun at all. That comes from the poisons that your governments had been continually spraying up into the atmosphere. And that is why you get your skin cancers and things of this nature. But understand that the sun is beneficial because it gives the light. And so understand that the sun is a blessing to you. It is not a detriment to you. When you feel the burning coming, what you are under the impression of, that is coming from the sun, that is hitting your skin and causing the burn, it is not the sun. It is the poisons that are in your atmosphere that have been put up there by your governments, by means of rockets and means of what is called let me pronounce this properly, nuclear detonations. Okay, back in when you were putting together your atomic bomb, all of that poisons and stuff are still in the atmosphere, but and it causes, when the light comes through from the sun through the filtering of the planet, and then it comes through the poisons that are there. This is what you're feeling on your skin. This is not the light from the sun that is doing that. It is what is called the contamination around the planet. And we are in the process of straightening that out. We have ships in your atmosphere that are cleansing the atmosphere, metal boxes on your ocean shores that are cleansing and purifying your oceans. And we also have other boxes that are on the ocean floor that are doing the same thing. They are purifying the oceans, bringing them back to a pristine state of existence. And that is what is taking place now. So remember, beloved goddesses and gods, you are the ones, in conjunction all together, coming together as one, dissipated the storms that you have been having on your planet. And I would also like to ask if, Jane, do you have anything you would like to add to what I've been speaking of? Jane?
Well, thank you. Thank you, Zora. I think we could probably, I think as far as, the hurricane, the other thing that people have been asking about also still is, the occurrences of just disasters, or whether it's natural, like even the fires. I mean, we are still continuing to have, Tom had mentioned that we have all kinds of fires, and then we've got these chemicals that are coming out of these planes that are the retardants that are full of chemicals. And I guess the question there was, what are the galactics? What are, our higher beings doing to assist in that matter as well? So, besides the hurricanes, etc., I do have, and if you could just address that, please. Thank you.
All right. Unbeknownst to what is termed the population that are below this retardant that is being dropped, what is called your powers that want to be are using what is called that retardant as or they're telling people that it is what is called retarding the fires, but it has a dual purpose, and the dual purpose is that the red chemical that they're dropping is intermixed with another substance, and I believe the term was called Agent Orange, that they had tested in the Middle East. Yes. So
that's what they had.
And they are using that too, and and that, of course, that is a travesty as well. So they are what is called pushing the envelope, if you will. They have been told to cease and desist from using chemtrails and spreading and spraying things in that manner. So now they have attempted to use another method, which would be supposedly not noticeable. However, now that you know the truth, you can contact the people who does these sprayings and inform them that you know the contents of the red dust, and you know that you and you are very aware of what it is, and that they need to use a different what is called a retardant to quench the fires. Now, when it comes to the fires, some of them are caused by what? Lightning. Yes? Okay. That's understandable. However, there is also a means that your government has to, in the nose of certain type aircraft, they have a laser. And the laser, the purpose of the laser is, well, initially the purpose of that laser was to be able to strike a near-Earth object to obliterate it. However, they have pointed the lasers downward, and they have tested these lasers on forests and things of this nature, causing huge forest fires. So, and also they've used these lasers to do what is termed as to eliminate certain people, or undesirables as they term it, with this use of this laser. Because the fires that have been perpetrated by these lasers were in the vicinity of what is called a non-patriotic being, ones that are wanting to bring down the government, and they have simply eliminated them with that laser. But the laser doesn't have a conscience, and therefore it hits not only its a pointed target, but it also causes forest fires. And also, you also have the beings on your planet that enjoy to watch fires. For some reason, they are fascinated by the flames, and you term them as arsons. So there are also arsons that are causing some of these fires. Besides the lightning, besides the arson, and besides the laser, there are different means to begin a fire. So, and also, what is called Ramtha is in charge of what is called the weathers. So Ramtha is the one that you need to address whenever you are speaking to a being to stop the fires, to give relief. This is the being, what is called the Ascended Master, that you want to make contact with in order to quench the fires, or bring an end to the suffering in whatever areas you wish this to occur. And he is responsible for that. So that is his domain, if you will. He is the god of the wind, the god of the weather. So that is a being in which you want to make contact with, and to bring rain to the areas that need it. So that is how you do that. And also understand that you are gods and goddesses. You can do the same yourself. Use your god and goddess powers to quench the fires. Just as you did with the hurricane, you can do the same with the fires. You can bring the rain. You can create the relief that is needed to quench the fires. So, step up, gods and goddesses, and do your work. Eh?
Filtered